Hello and welcome to Tech Week in View on Megawatt TV. I'm Stuart Miles, where each week we take the biggest stories, chew them up, spit them out and tell you what we think. Stay tuned. Sailing into the history books this week, Nintendo has announced that its Nintendo Wii console is now the most popular console on the planet. That's right, it's sold 50 million units since its launch, making it more popular than the PlayStation 2. Sorry Sony, you seem to have lost that crown. What's more interesting is that they've sold 100 million DS consoles. Now I presume this includes the DS Lite and probably the soon-to-be announced DSi, which features a camera. That's irrelevant, of course. What is interesting though is that clearly the marketing plan of aiming the games consoles at everybody and anybody who's willing to buy one is clearly working. Whether you're an 18-year-old hardcore gamer who likes to first-person shoot their way through some trouble, or just a granny that's keen to do a bit of bowling, it seems the company at the moment is unstoppable. Sir, how do I retweet? Yes, that could be your average question in a classroom of 11-year-olds in the future, as the government rolled out proposals and plans this week to include technology a lot more in the classroom in the UK. What's interesting is that it's everything from Twittering to social networking to even using spreadsheets in maths. Now, what do we think about this? I think it's a great idea, personally. Okay, I'm a technology lover, and that's probably why I'm a bit biased. But technology is just everywhere. I mean, take this week, for example. I've been to a camera launch, I've been to a games launch, I've been to a laptop launch, I've been to, well, pretty much covered every sort of facet of technology. And it's just all around us. It's that omnipotent scenario. So, will teaching Twitter for 40 minutes in the classroom for 11-year-olds really be worthwhile? Probably not, but how to get around the wonders of technology in the subjects that they learn, I think yes. Seems the fastest way into getting into your computer is still through your browser, following an annual hacking competition in the US. IE8, Firefox and Safari all fell within the first day, with Safari unfortunately falling in within 10 seconds of the opening whistle bell. Why should we care? Well, it's a bit worrying, isn't it, I suppose, that as soon as you connect to the internet, you're open to a number of attacks. To be honest, majority of us probably won't realise that it's happened when it does happen, and the fact that the competition goes on is probably a good thing because it allows people to find those hacks and tell the manufacturers and makers so they can at least fix the holes. What do the hackers get for it? Well, they get the kudos, so well done Mr. Niels for doing the cracking. And also some prize money, $5,000, Sony Vaio PC. He walked away with quite a nice little booty. It's good, but it's still worrying. So this week I found myself in Vienna at Samsung's European Forum 2009, where basically it relaunched all the products that we'd seen in CES to a European market, gave them UK prices, etc, etc. What was interesting, however, was a side comment in the Q&A session which suggested although they've already shown off a prototype OLED screen at CES, technology is far from ready. In fact, due to production and cost levels, we're unlikely to see OLED TVs from Samsung for another 4 to 5 years. Now, put this in the grander concept, and it's quite interesting. Why? Well, because Sony are already pumping out OLEDs, admittedly very small ones. Kodak have got the OLED picture frame, and other manufacturers are saying that they've got technology that is ready to roll out sooner or later. What's interesting though is that Samsung isn't trying to rush this one, knowing that OLED is probably going to be a massive incentive to upgrade your television in a couple of years' time. It's probably best that they get it right, and that the costing from them is good. Well, that's it for this week, but if you want more, why don't you come to Megawatt TV, where there's a whole cornucopia of news, reviews, tips, tricks, opinions, and much more. See you soon.